This is his daughter. Where? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for calling.
Was that Marty? Did you hear anything?
That was the police. They found my car abandoned off an alley off of 5th Street.
Look, honey, that's good. I mean, that's near the hospital. Maybe he'll go and get himself patched up.
No, they'd have to report a gunshot wound. He's hell-bent on trying to solve this thing for himself.
But how long can it be before infection or fever set in? I mean, could there be any place else he could be? Is Hart back in town?
Nobody knows where Hart is.
You know, this is really strange, Mom. I know Hart and I are his children, and I know he loves us. But there's only one person he completely trusts. And there's only one place where he feels completely safe.
Well, I gotta get my poor self together.
Ross. Thank you.
I haven't done anything.
For putting aside your differences with my father. For making me feel more important. What is that?
It's the prescription from Ed. Roger never got it.
You mad what I said about you and Dad? Because I only said what I believe, Mom. I know Daddy's hurt you 1,000 times over, and I know you've hurt him, and it's just that no matter what kind of trouble he gets in, he always comes back to you.
Oh, I am mad, but not at you. Oh, you know, I have spent much of my adult life apologizing for once loving that man. And I've spent even more time slinging mud at him along with all the other good people in this town. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. He's caused a lot of people so much pain. It's his own selfishness. It's just blinded him. But what I have seen and heard recently since this shooting has just made me sick. It's made me ashamed. I mean, someone tried to kill him. And aside from you, not one other person in this town has expressed any compassion or concern for him. That's asking too much, I suppose. But to celebrate, to laugh out loud, to wish him dead? I'm not defending him. Heaven knows he's caused me to suffer enough. But where's the mercy in people? You know, where's mercy gone?
Steve, are you here to pick up your last paycheck, too? No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. I've got some good news. As of this morning, my project is reopened. Great. That means I go back to work, too. No, the other good news is that you are still out of a job. Oh. Gee, thanks for taking so much joy in telling me that. Joy? No. That wouldn't be the word. There haven't been a lot of things that I've taken a great deal of joy in lately. See, it's not easy, Blake, to get happy when I've got you and your mother running all over town telling everybody I'm a raving lunatic. Okay, so maybe my mom and I got a few of the details wrong. But you're really not innocent in this. There's still the matter of my mother and father being locked inside the lab vaults. Or what about you following my mother home and your car conveniently breaking down in her driveway? Or let's talk about the glass that you broke in her front door when she shut it in your face. Do you want to explain that one to me? You know what, Blake? I don't want to explain anything to anyone anymore. And I think right now is a good time to start. And maybe, just maybe, Blake, I will feel joy again someday. Lillian.
Oh, hi, Blake.
Lillian, if somebody needed medical treatment quickly, the logical place would be the emergency room, right?
Yeah.
Do you keep a record of patients down here?
Sure, of course.
Could someone, say, get painkillers or antibiotics without being admitted?
Blake, there are procedures. But yes, if you could get a doctor to write a prescription. But if someone needs hospital care, a few pills aren't going to make any difference.
Well, what if they won't come in?
They usually do if it gets bad enough. Do you want me to look up Jenna's number for you?
Jenna? Is she here?
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. I just thought you knew.
Is it her baby? I mean, that's my father's baby. That's... Oh, no.
Where'd Blake go?
She said something about picking up her last check at Cedars.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, Howie, I hope you don't mind that we crashed here last night, but it was just getting too late.
Forget it, Ross. You know, I'm amazed at how little I mind about so many things these days. You know, I never thought I'd say it, but you and Blake, it's working.
I love her.
I know. She's changed so much now. You made her so happy because she's loved. You think she's never been loved before. Roger and I loved her. It's just good old messed up.
Well, not in the beginning. I mean, I remember those days. And also, Blake has a box in which she keeps childhood mementos and photographs. And there's several photographs of the three of you. And you can see in your faces all that hope and promise. And Blake regrets that things never turned out well. I think that's what bothers you, that regret, that feeling that if you could take back one day or one moment or one harmful remark, things would be altogether different.
I'm more concerned about him quietly bleeding to death in some gutter somewhere. I don't expect to redeem our past.
I know, I'm just saying that I don't think that connection has ever been severed.
Did she ever tell you that he showed up at her boarding school graduation without anybody knowing it?
Oh, yes.
I wonder how he stood it all those years, you know? Being separated from the one person he cared about the most.
Blake? I'm sorry about the baby, Jenna. I came as soon as I heard.
You didn't have to come.
Yes, I did. I did. No matter what happened between you and my dad, this baby...
I know. I know.
The thing is that it may not be very obvious, but family is very important to us.
Desperately important, I would say, yeah.
And Dad's gonna be devastated by this. I just really hope that he doesn't find out about it in the state that he's in, because he may not come back. You know, he was seeing that his life...
Blake, how do you think I lost this child?
I think you should leave.
Blake, are you okay?
Well, Ann, I'm okay too. Anyway, I don't know what to think. I have no more ideas about anything. My father is out there somewhere with this gunshot wound in him, and he's alone, and he's got this infection that could kill him if he's not treated.
No, Blake, he is okay. I talked to him last night.
What?
Mm-hmm. He called here about Jenna and the baby. I mean, he didn't say who he was, but I knew. And I told him what happened.
How was he? I mean, where was he?
He wouldn't say.
Thank you, thank you.
I know what time it is. I'll be in soon.
Mom, what happened? Jenna lost the baby. She had a miscarriage. She's at the hospital right now recovering.
Oh, Roger.
Dad knows.
He does?
Yes, he called the hospital asking for information, and Lillian Raines picked up the phone. She recognized his voice, and she told him. So he's out there somewhere.
Well, I wonder if this means Roger's going to leave Springfield.
Well, of course not. He's still got me. I'm just really worried about him, Mom, in his condition and everything, getting this information. I can't imagine what he's going through.
I never should have let him out of my sight. I never should have called Ed to come here in the first place.
Well, Holly, you did the right thing.
I don't know. Not judging by the results.
What are you doing, Mom? Where are you
I don't know, Keith.
What?
I got to do something.
Please, Frank.
Look, Blake, you know I would do absolutely anything for you, right? But it's just like I told your mom, I am not going to continue looking for Roger. Look, if he doesn't show up in a couple days, all right?
A couple of days? Frank, the last time I saw my father, he had a fever of 103, okay? He's got a bullet in his chest. He's got an infection that's going to kill him. There is a reason why my mother and I are desperate about this.
Blake, I'm sorry, I just can't do it, okay? I feel this is something I should definitely stay out of. Oh, excuse me.
You've made it clear to me that you don't want me practicing at Cedars, and I just wanted to remind you that I do have a license. It hasn't been suspended, and last night
Do you want some coffee? Let's have some coffee. Go ahead. No.
Well, there was this man that was in a lot of pain. He needed my help, and he wouldn't go to the hospital.
So what happened?
So I operated on him. It was crude, the way it used to be in Cambrai. But all in all, a relatively simple operation.
How'd it go?
Fine. I think he's going to be okay. But I would feel a little bit better if I could, do something.
Well, so there'll be medication follow-up, if he's well enough to be an outpatient.
Yeah. So,
What kind of an injury was it?
well, that's the problem.
Yeah, Ross, come on in. It's open.
Hey, you ready?
Hey. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Eve. Are you going to join us for lunch?
What?
Ross, Blake, and I having lunch.
Oh, no. But thanks. Sorry I came at a bad time.
Oh, it's not a bad time.
Oh, listen, I can wait for Blake outside.
No, don't be silly. No one has to leave here. I mean, Blake's going to be here any minute anyway. Eve was just telling me about a medical
Well,
procedure.
it's all right, Ed. It's okay. I'll find a better time to come back and talk to you.
What's wrong with now?
Because I could have some legal problems with this whole situation.
Well, that's perfect. I mean, all the more reason for Ross to hear it. I mean, he could maybe help you, so.
Well, I was telling Ed that there's this person that I operated on last night. I removed a bullet. And I know that legally, as a physician, I'm bound to report all gunshot wounds, but I would rather not get involved.
Then why'd you operate? You didn't have to. You could have forced him to go to the
Well,
hospital.
no, I couldn't force him to do anything. He had a gun.
You treated Roger, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm afraid I did.
It was Roger Thorpe you operated on. Why didn't you tell me?
I was trying to, but I was afraid.
How did you happen to meet up with him?
Look, there are things that Ed is not going to want to hear about, so I can't say.
What things?
Holly, I'm talking about Holly.
What has Holly got to do with this?
I caught her at the hospital in the pharmacy closet stealing drugs.
What?
She said that she had a sore throat or something, I don't know, and I saw the old prescription that you wrote out for Roger Thorpe. So she was begging me to take her, to take the drugs to Roger. She said that he was seriously ill and that he might die. So I didn't know whether to believe her or not, so I followed her. And lucky for Roger that I did.
Why didn't you just call Detective Cutter and let the police bring him in?
I didn't know who had let her into the closet.
Did you think it might have been Ed?
I didn't.
Well, no, I didn't know who it was.
All right. How did Holly know where Roger was?
That you're gonna have to ask Holly yourself.
Look, where is she? I mean, when you left Roger, was she still with him?
I can't say.
Why on earth not?
Because people would suspect my motives. I don't even know what my own motives are. Everybody knows I'm angry at Holly. So if I blow the whistle on Roger and her, then maybe I'm just doing it because I'm upset. Who knows?
Eve, legally, that doesn't matter at all.
It matters to me.
You are going to have to tell us where they are.
But if I tell and Roger finds out that I'm the one that told the police on him, then he might want to pay me back. And he could do anything. He could file a malpractice suit against me, and then I wouldn't be able to practice any longer.
It's not going to happen.
But, Ross, what about the police? Couldn't they charge me with aiding and abetting?
No, of course not. I mean, you operated, but you were being held at gunpoint.
Yeah. And Holly could testify to that. As if she ever would.
No, she will. I mean, if it comes to that. Look, I'm going to have to call the police, okay? This is Dr. Ed Bauer. Listen, someone's going to have to page Detective Cutter and tell him to get over here right away. Somebody knows where Roger Thorpe is, and Holly Lindsay, my ex-wife, is with him.
Shoulder giving you trouble?
Only when I laugh. No, she said it would throb a bit. Said to expect that.
I guess it was hurting you during the night. Or else you were having nightmares.
Holly, why would I be having nightmares? You know what? I remember I was dreaming about the night I was shot. I think my subconscious is trying to work out exactly what happened. And it's coming back.
Do you remember who shot you? If you do, you could turn yourself back in.
I think I have a pretty good idea. But I'm not about to turn myself in until I can prove it. Oh, that looks good.
You actually called the cops on my mom?
I'm worried.
About what? About maybe that she has feelings for my father still? Is
Blake,
that it?
knock it off. Eve is required by law to report what she did. Ross, tell her.
Oh, I know. And you're so loyal, too. Wasn't it last week you were protecting my mother from Eve? Look, Ed, I'm sorry. Maybe you are down on my mother, but I'm not. And if she's out there helping my father, I'm very proud of her.
All right, where are they?
Eve, tell him.
It's an old farmhouse on Route 6.
The Gessup place?
I'm going to.
Blake, why don't we just leave it to the police?
Oh, the hell I will. Come on, Ross. I want you to come too. I want to make sure that this arrest is fair and legal. Well, aren't you going to?
No, I'm going to stay here with you.